music or some shit.
Yeah, because what it's going to be is, when you start talking, I'll still be doing other stuff coming in. But we good. Just gonna make it longer though.
Okay.
All right. Five, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah.
Do it again. We got both of us got to get on that time.
Okay.
What it is after it says Wilma, just go.
Okay.
No pause, no nothing. Just go.
So you're gonna leave my mic on then, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No, it's not gonna be on. It's gonna be off. I got you.
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
It's me, Wilma Flintstone, and you're now tuned in to Wilma'S Potcast, the podcast that's all about weed. Weed, bud, chiba, ganja, smoke, whatever you call it. I'm smoking it and probably eating it too. Once again, we have the lovely host of Tony Inside and Out, Tony here.
Hello, how are you?
How are you on this lovely Thursday?
I am great.
Are you stoned?
How are you? Well, obviously, I'm with you.
I like that answer.
Every time I'm with you, I'm stoned.
That's a great fucking answer.
I swear to God, like Jesus Christ. At the minute I walk into Carly's store, she's like, you want a piece of an edible? And I'm
you
like,
want to roll a blunt?
No, normally you already have them rolled. So
True,
it's like I really don't have to ask you. Or sometimes when we're rushing is when you ask them to roll.
Word.
Other than that,
Word.
Come to Carly's house, just get ready.
So let me tell you about the bad luck that I've had, just real quick before we get into the weed stuff, the good stuff. With nail salons the past few weeks.
It's been
okay. So I took Tony to a place that I normally go to. I'm like, yeah, they do great pedicures. They do this, they do that. They fucked up both of our pedicures. All right. Then I go to one of her places that she recommends. They did a great job with my nails, but they fucked up my pedicure again. So I'm like, damn, what the fuck? This is like one of those moments where you're like, damn, I'm either like too high for this shit or not high enough for this shit.
Right.
And so finally I go again yesterday and they did a great job. Bitch, they put hot stones under my feet.
Hello, talk about
they
it.
put hot stones under my feet.
We gotta go
like, yeah, that was definitely worth the $40 for the pedicure. So shout out to that spot on Southern Boulevard, some random ass place. But then I redo my nails, my toes, and today I'm cleaning and a bitch cracked the whole fucking middle finger off.
Can we say though, even though it did crack, that shit broke even?
Yeah, somebody was looking out for me.
Right, they were like,
it was like, oh, you wanted to cut your nails down? Well, here you go. Here's
it's a trend. It's a trend.
I'm trend setting. I just gotta remove one. I just gotta remove one more, and then I got the lesbian nails.
Oh, fuck, that's so fucked up. That's that G-spot nails.
But anywho, Siri, Alexa, fucking Fire Stick remote, whoever that bitch in my TV is, she fucked me up again. Because I was trying to YouTube Disney Vault, and I ended up at Seed Vault, right? So Bill Gates and other investors have secured a doomsday seed vault, which only just leads me to believe that they have to have weed seeds in there.
Oh, of course. I mean, they must have a little bit of everything in there. Like,
and it makes sense, but then it's like also I learned that it's in the remote Arctic, so I'm like, that's cold. Our seeds are not supposed to be cold, so it's like underground. I'm sure they know what they're doing, but
listen here, hydroponics, you can grow that shit in all kinds of ways now.
Yeah,
there's so many ways you can grow weed. Like, you know, have you ever dreamed of having like your own grow house?
absolutely every day.
Like I know I've watched a lot of videos of like grow houses and they're like all growing plants or whatever. I would love just to see them growing like hydroponic, like in gallons of like big water jugs.
Yeah, my cousin did it in a fish tank years ago. He grew it in a fish tank.
Yeah, I tried to do that.
You know the purple weed and stuff like that. It actually is a cold process that they do, and that's what makes it that color. Because it actually grow that color. It's the cold process that they put it through, and it turns it purple. So it's like, oh, so this this weed is suffering from hypothermia.
You know,
this shit is cold.
Being real, like weed is a very like interesting thing to watch grow. Like it goes through so many stages.
When I die, bury me inside a weed plant.
To keep, I could see that.
Me.
I think that if they do
on
that,
how high shit, I'm
it'll
gonna give
be
you all
some
the answers.
it'll be some potent shit. Because I think like you're just made out of weed.
Yo, deadass, it's gonna taste like weed and cookies. That's like it's gonna be definitely gonna be a cookie strain. Everybody know how I feel about that.
I believe that highly.
But what you said earlier, just right now, I'm high, guys. I'm high, guys. Check out those Fruity Pebble juice. I ain't had, but I'm lit. Stoner thoughts.
Yes. Oh my God. Because we all have those.
What you said, like, you ever just daydream about having your own grow house? And I'm like, yeah, I daydream all the time. But then it's like, can you daydream at night?
Oh, that was funny. That was.
Can you daydream at night? Or is that just a dream? Or is it not dreaming? Like,
what is that?
But I feel like as long as you're awake, it's a daydream. You know what I mean?
Right. I feel like that too. I'm a big daydreamer. I love to daydream.
At all times of the day.
Yeah. I think that's the problem now, that no one has an imagination.
Another cool fact that I learned about cannabis while doing this show and wanting to educate you guys and also myself and all the amazing things about weed. Weed and beer are cousins. Weed and beer. I mean, it makes sense because, like, you know, hot summer day, you just want that cold Corona and a nice blunt, and it just goes fucking great together. Weed and beer are cousins. Beer hops are in the same family of the flowering plants as cannabis.
That is fucking crazy. Because
grab yourself a fucking Modelo Holmes.
I'm not a beer drinker. I'm more of a hardcore.
Yeah, but you know though, like I said, on that hot summer night and an ice cold beer, that should be hitting.
Yeah, you absolutely right.
And then it's just like, oh, I got your cousin right here. What's up? It's a family reunion.
I think that's gonna be cool now in the summer. We gotta get Presidentes, and because I like Presidentes, get them really.
I want to try a Polish beer. I've never had Polish beer.
What brand or Polish beer?
I don't know. I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna find them somewhere on Amazon or
Amazon has everything. I love Amazon.
That ass. Because I've had Mexican beer. I've had Dominican beer. What is a Heineken considered?
It's a German beer.
It's a German beer? Well, I want a fucking Polish beer.
Guinness also. Guinness.
I think Guinness is Irish, no?
I don't like Guinness. Guinness is harsh.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I can't drink that shit. I'm not a beer drinker, period.
That's the cousin that nobody likes.
Presidente, I love my beer from my country.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I even like Messiah. But it's not the same as when you buy it out here as when you buy it over in Puerto Rico. Right. Yeah, it's just like, And I prefer beer in bottles than cans. I don't like drinking out of cans.
I hear you. In DR, there's this place called La Ceniza. And basically, it's like they bring you out a beer and it looks like a bride because it's completely white when they bring it out to you, so icy. And they bring you these icy mugs, and the only time I can say that I deadass enjoy a beer is when I'm over there at the Ceniza, like, yes, thank you very much.
Oh, sure.
Wait to keep them coming. Yeah, man, we gotta go to DR.
So something else that I want to share with you guys is that George Washington grew cannabis in Mount Vernon. Okay? In Mount Vernon.
George Washington.
Granted, he didn't call it cannabis or weed or pot or anything like that, but he called it hemp. So George was growing that hemp. He knew what he
George knew what was popping.
I'm sure he had some elixirs and whatnot back then.
They were smoking it. I mean, come on. George looked like he was too happy anyway with that George haircut he had going on. His hair was kind of horrible.
You know, they were actually like wore wigs that
that's the point.
They like put this like zinc powder on them and it actually caused people to get like brain tumors and lose their real hair. Like it was crazy. And then like the wigs that they wore would get like infested with like lice and bugs because they weren't fucking clean.
No, at all.
But they had weed. So they, you know,
they were chilling.
They were onto something.
They were
to make
chilling.
some hemp soap and shampoo. And they would have been Gucci.
I mean, I love hemp soap and lotion.
Word.
I love hemp lotion.
Right, I have a few products myself.
Hemp lotion is one of my favorite lotions, and not because it's like made of wheat, but if you ever have used hemp lotion, that shit moisturizes. Like it keeps your skin like nice and healthy. Like I really like hemp lotion.
And it has like a subtle scent of weed, or I don't know if it's just me.
It's just you because you smell like
it's like, oh, that's strawberry hibiscus, but it smells like weed. It's crazy. You know, I wonder if it has anything to do with making the butter and baking it and just, you know,
ingesting.
You know how like your pores absorb everything. So I'm shit.
Yeah, you're weed.
You guys better fucking smoke me when I die.
Well, I won't be able to.
All of you.
I will make sure that our little youngins, whichever ones come out of the pot, that they do.
So, you know, weed is legal out here now.
Yes.
But another fun fact about marijuana is that it has been legal for personal use in Alaska since 1975.
That is fucking crazy.
And it still is to this day. It's still like, go fucking mooses,
do you know
man.
Like,
my
sister used to live there.
Alaska?
Yes.
Like, yo, why are we not living there, though? Like, if weed has been legal since fucking forever.
That's because
before I was even
that.
born. And then, like, they pay you, like, money just to live there.
Well, you know, it's mainly because of it. They have 6 months of day and 6 months of like night.
You ever saw that movie? 30 Days of Night or some shit. It was like a vampire movie. That shit was about Alaska.
I gotta go look at that.
It was like they had 30 straight days of night.
No, the only reason I know anything of that is because my cousin Lali and my tia Rosita and my sister lived out there for like a year.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm about to move out there. Some old seed vault.
Listen, you know what I would love to do?
Where is the Arctic? Does anybody know? Can anybody fucking enlighten me and tell me where the Arctic is? Because I'm not good with geography at all.
Tell us.
I know you know, Eric.
We know it's up there. We know it's in the south.
Is it anywhere near Alaska?
Oh, no.
Is it anywhere near Alaska?
No.
Kind of.
Kind of.
All right, so see, they got their seed vault in the Arctic, so I'm gonna have mine in Alaska. It's like the same shit. It's gonna be lit.
Alaska's beautiful, though.
I just want to go and smoke the fucking legal weed. Like, weed is legal out here, but I'm not buying it. Really
Imagine what weed is out there because of the weather.
Alaskan thunderfuck. That's what I'm saying. Like, we gotta go to Alaska. That's crazy. That's crazy. And like,
so I want to go ice fishing,
right? So you don't even need your passport. Like, let's go. I want to go ice fishing and be fucking totally stoned. Can we infuse fish? I like how both of those questions were fucking like equally
related. Yeah.
I think we can chill in the igloo, but I don't know if we can smoke in there because we smoke so much. I feel like the heat from the blood will start melting the igloo.
Right. I feel like that's.
And I'm definitely gonna catch and infuse a fish when we go ice fishing. So
I'm down. I'm down with all of this. I'm so down with all of this. We have to plan a trip.
This is the high brain, like ice road truckers.
Yes.
I love that fucking show. We're going to the Arctic. Get your fucking snorkels and your fucking marmots and your fucking everything else.
I'm gonna die of cold.
Get your layer.
I'm gonna have to layer
a whole suit of hot hands.
I need that because God knows I suffer from the cold. Like I be shivering even when I have layers on.
I can't ask her how the weather is outside. I'm like, is it cold? She's like, well, and I'm like, all right, bitch, let me just check Google because I just ask fucking Alexa so she can show me something else.
Yeah, because Alexa kind of does.
Like, what's the weather today? And she'd be like, you asked about a feather in hay? Like, what?
Well, you know what? Can we just say that Alexa educates you?
That
bitch be putting you onto some shit. I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. Last time,
Like, I would have never known about this seed vault unless I was trying to find Disney Vault. And yes, I'm not ashamed to admit that I'm almost 30 years old and checking what's in the Disney Vault and what's coming out again because
I love Disney.
Yeah, so
like there's nothing wrong with loving Disney.
And now I just want my own seed vault. I want like my own Disney
Have you gone to
seed
Disney
vault.
World?
I want to make my own strain based upon fucking Disney characters.
Have you
And
ever
throw
gone?
it in the vault.
Have you ever gone to Disney World?
Yeah.
Like my mom took me to Disney World every fucking year from like the age of like 4 to like 13, like literally to celebrate my
Shit.
birthday because my birthday's in the summer.
The first time I went, I was 17, and then I came home, and 2 weeks later found out I was pregnant.
Oh shit! It was a
The most
magical place for
place
you.
on earth.
It surely was. I mean, but
That shit
Disney,
played me.
Disney's. I love Disney. An experience in Disney World is definitely something you have to have.
Not for real though.
It is.
Disney World, Disneyland, whichever one you're closer to, just go. It's definitely worth it. If it's your first time, get that little pin.
Get your ears.
And I mean, I don't know. As far as I know, Florida is definitely not legalized. So just get your edibles. Don't smoke in the park. And
I love her.
For everybody.
She's like, wait a minute, is Florida legal? Because if it isn't, well,
I'm not going. I'm saying don't quote me because I haven't really done my research on Florida yet. Because I'm not going to Florida yet. But as far as I know, it's not legal. It's not legal. And
I mean,
even
Florida's kind
use,
of a hard state.
Did you ever do the Florida Man challenge?
No.
It's a challenge that you go on Google, you put in your birth date, and then add Florida Man or vice versa, Florida Man, your birth date, and then you Google all the news headlines, and it's like it just gets fucking crazier. So like you read your own, and then you're like, oh well, let me put this one's birthday, let me put that one's birthday, and some of the ones from my birthday was a Florida man was arrested for trying to castrate himself, which I'm like,
well, why?
It was self-inflicted. So like you're arresting him for hurting him. I'm not. Put his ass in the psych ward. And then another one was a man was going after raccoons with a flamethrower or like a blowtorch, some shit.
Well, he was mad
because they were eating his mangoes.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yo, do it, guys. Do it, guys.
So
Florida Man challenge. Your birthday, any random date.
I'm gonna do this myself now.
No, it just gets funnier and funnier. And it's like, what the fuck is going on in Florida?
Do you see the things that she comes up to do while she's high? I mean, I love her.
This is my social life. This is my social life. YouTube Live. Everybody out there.
That.
I'm home. I'm high. I'm making edibles.
I love watching her make her butter because she's so like she puts she has to decarbonate it, right?
Yep.
She has to decarbonate it first, and she's like, yeah, just watching like doo.
I don't use timers. I smell when things
not
are
at all.
done.
Exactly.
I'm real old school
Yeah.
when it comes to my baking process and my decarbonating process.
Yeah.
I own the machine to do it. Like this fucking fancy ass machine. It's just like no.
I'd rather do it this way.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Right. I agree.
So
I agree 100%.
people be like, oh, you gotta do it at this time, at this much. And then I'm like, yeah, all right, well, I'm putting it on this temperature and I'm gonna sniff the air until I smell it's done.
You heard.
Same thing with the brownies. So like, 21 and a half minutes? Yeah, no.
Okay,
My nose will tell me.
Right.
Because it's only been 18 and that shit smell done.
Right.
So
it's true. I think all learning from baking experience, all cupcakes, cakes, everything has a different even what kind of cake you're like.
It depends on your oven too.
Yeah,
depends on a lot of shit. It depends on the material of the pan.
Yeah.
It depends if you're using aluminum liners, paper liners. It depends on a lot of different things. So I don't really go on timers. And like if anybody asks me for a recipe, don't ask me for a written recipe. So I'm gonna just be like, yo, you need a half a cup of this, a cup of this, 1 1/8 of this, and a little dash of salt. And then keep up. If you can write it down, but I literally have all my recipes
in your head. Me too.
I'm like, oh, I gotta make brownies. All right, half a cup of this, half a cup of that, 2 eggs, this, that, and I'm like, oh, well, look at that, the brownies are done.
Right.
I feel like at this point, I could probably make them in my sleep. I could probably die and still be able to make a fucking tray of brownies, like no problem. Speaking of, the 1,000 milligram brownies are back.
Uh-oh.
They're back,
Are you
and
ready?
they have M&Ms on them this time. With a bitch running out of sprinkles.
I love M&Ms.
I had to make, they had to be like. There had to be something indicating like, hey, look at me.
I'm here. I mean, listen. Math is looking for that. He's like, where's
No, they're not on the table.
And that's next Saturday.
This Saturday
this
at
Saturday.
Budokan. Last week's Budokan
Oh my God, it
was
was
a
so
success.
fun. I
Thank
loved
you
it.
to everybody that got their free giveaways, everybody that purchased anything. I went home with 6 edibles.
Word.
Shout
Shout out to
ever.
everybody that we met there. There was so many interesting people there. Like definitely interesting ass people there. Artists, just creators, because that girl that made the ashtray, what was her name?
Brandy.
She's amazing.
Brandy.
I loved her energy. I loved just her presence. All her products were great. Like she was just a dope ass vibe. Like I really liked her personality. She was great.
We met a lot of great people. I can't remember all the Instagram names right now, but I'll definitely check some of them and repost their stuff for you guys to check that out. But check us out this Saturday, Budokan.
Word.
I'm co-hosting.
Empowering women.
I'm co-hosting myself, mathematics, the man, the math motherfucking legend.
Word. Cause
I
must
from
say,
the House of Hip Hop.
She won't be there.
Oh, she won't. Right. So it's just me and math, guys. Sorry, it's just me and math. Sorry to disappoint you. I'm gonna be too high, so I'm gonna be like, come get some edibles. Sign up for this free raffle. So I'm giving away edibles again, like always. We give away 1,000 milligram. Eric swears he don't get high,
so we're gonna fuck him up that night.
He's gonna eat a whole 1,000 milligram brownie on
in front of us,
and I'm gonna record it.
Yep. I know we're gonna play.
And then I'm just gonna fucking blow smoke in his face until he says enough.
I can't take it. My aunt did that
accepted.
to us. When she found out I smoked cigarettes, my tía Rosita, she made me smoke almost a whole pack of cigarettes. Until I was like, no more, please, I will vomit.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Make me smoke a lot of weed. Just make me smoke a lot of fucking weed.
They didn't know I smoked. I didn't smoke weed then. I didn't even like weed then.
Speaking of weed, what weed do you want to roll? Because me and Tony are gonna go against each other.
This
in a
bitch.
roll.
First
In
of
a
all,
roll.
can I say that Wilma is like a rolling machine? That's number one, right? She rolls in like 3 seconds. I, on the other hand, barely do. So I take my time. And
Some people are so losers.
I'm not a fucking soul loser.
She lost that trouble too. She still gotta do the crab dance.
I gotta do the crab dance because I lost trouble. It's all good. I'm gonna do my crab dance. I've been practicing. I'm a crab dance.
We'll post it for you guys. So we got Biggie Smalls. We got Blue OG.
Well, I'm gonna go for Biggie.
OG.
I'm gonna go for Biggie
And
because
we got Lohan. All right. Shout out to Brooklyn. Red love is the Brooklyn way.
Right.
And we only have Entourage.
Right. So, why we do
We
this?
didn't get extra fancy today.
While we do this, let's talk about the stoner thoughts.
Stoner thoughts.
So, this is the number one stoner thought. Who
Who
decided?
can outsmoke me? Hold on a second.
Right.
Who can outsmoke me?
Who?
Eric?
Oh,
Eric! All right, guys, make sure y'all check us out on Saturday.
No, work
Because Eric, you gotta come with some weed, man. You gotta come with some weed. You gotta come matching blunts and
You ain't
shit.
ready for us.
Yo, bring your rig. Bring your rig. What's up?
Bring
All that. I'm gonna get waxed, all that. Let's go.
I got
He could
nothing.
outsmoke.
You said
Woo!
that. You did it.
I feel like that's that meme with fucking, it's like Tommy Chong and Snoop Dogg and then Miley Cyrus. You're the Cyrus of the group.
all I said was he said that the bloods keep going. I said that's fine. Let's just let it keep it going.
Nah, but then you could outsmoke.
I never said I got
You can outsmoke where?
You said
We
that.
gonna tap. I said you smoked on from an event from the beginning to the end.
As soon as I
Around
walked
16
in,
blunts she brought in that day.
Right.
I had
Thank you.
16
Yes,
Dutchess
sir.
and they
Yes.
were all gone.
Yeah, you
within
said
like
like
less
half
than
an
2
ounce, right?
hours.
What?
How much you
like
smoke?
half an ounce a day.
More than that. Probably.
You said that half an ounce.
I mean,
I probably
you
smoke
know,
like an ounce a day.
yeah, I agree. I think
And then some.
and then some.
So she
It
probably might.
depends.
She
It
probably
depends
will.
on the day I
When
am.
you
It
did
really
the blunts,
depends on
when you
the
did the 16 blunts, how many people still smoking with you at the end?
It was just me and her.
Matt was like, no. And then my friend that pulled up, he was like, I was not prepared for this at all. And I'm like, yo, who's rolling another blunt? It
Yeah,
was just
like,
probably
first of
can't.
all,
I
you
still
have to
can't.
understand. You have to understand. Number one, me and Wilma are what you call true motherfucking hot heads. Like we just want to smoke all day. We just want to be high, happy, and collective. You know what I'm saying? So 16 blunts,
you know
that's
what I'm
like
saying?
that's
like a regular day
That's
for
like a
me.
regular day.
Our celebration is gonna be like 50, 60 hours.
Right.
And
That's like,
oh, it's
are
my
you ready
birthday.
to die? Nah, I don't think so.
You can't die from weed.
No, you can't.
No, it's literally
What's your
like
sleep code?
I posted it. I'm gonna have to check the facts, but like more people die because of their beds than
No,
people
no,
do.
no,
Like, how is your bed more dangerous
How is my
than
bed
fucking
killing me?
marijuana? And then it's like, so we're in beat. We don't be our cousins, but the beer is just a fucked up cousin, because that shit'll have you doing some shit that you're gonna regret.
Right.
So we just gonna sit there and be like, I think I could eat some tacos. Like,
Have you ever, like, you know what kills me? I hate when people, like, new smokers, when they'll be like, well, if I wouldn't have been high, I wouldn't have done that. What the fuck? I've never made a bad decision while I'm
if
high.
anything, it makes me think about it more. I'm like,
Hell the hell yeah. I'll contemplate, I'll do the pros
have
and
you
cons
ever
in my head.
compared dudes to weed?
Yes.
Like, oh, nah, this motherfucker's some boof.
He's
some
some real
boof
hot
troop.
hot
This that fucking corner store boof troop shit. I'm not with that.
This nigga
Fuck
got more
outta here.
sticks and seeds than I can fucking cut. Like, no, I can't do this. He stink like skunky skunk. Nah, I can't do
Oh,
it.
you wearing Reebok Classics?
Oh,
Nah,
that's good. I can't do it.
that's a boof troop.
I can't do it. I mean, you know, I feel like nowadays there's so many shady mother flowers, female and male, because you know I hate when they you always coming at the men. No, they're shady bitches. Yeah, and always coming at the men. Nah, because you know why? Because y'all motherfuckers is fucked up. Yeah, fucked
Nah,
up.
bitches is foul too, though.
Nah, bitches is foul. Because you know
You
what?
know, it's just like that shit. Be like, oh, you saying all men ain't shit? Who told you to travel? I'm not saying all men ain't shit. I'm just saying most of y'all. And I'm not even just necessarily speaking from the men that I've encountered. It's the stories that
I've heard.
and the way that y'all present yourselves in the street, and the way that y'all be so, anywho. Back to weed.
Back to weed. Yo, oh
Back
my
to
God.
weed.
Have you ever gone to cop for a guy? Like, all right, when I first moved to the Bronx, right, it was kind of different for me because I was used to being in the Heights where like every other 2 blocks you find a spot, you know what I mean? And like it either gets better.
Oye, mami, dímelo otra vez.
Ya lo sabe. But not in the Bronx. Like the Bronx was different. I had to travel to find like some shit. And like wouldn't you hate it when you get to your weed guy and you'll be like, oh, can I get like, let's say at my time where eighth really wasn't popping like that.
Yeah, nah, it was fucking dimes and nicks.
Dimes and nicks. You'd be like, let me
You
get
lucky
2
if you
dimes.
found dubs.
And they'd run in their fucking pants and bring you out 2 dimes out their balls, and you'd be like, excuse me, sir, I'm sorry, what? You're in the bill. What? Why are you giving me dimes out
She was
your
doing
balls?
nugs back then?
That was the best place for them to hide. It was either that or it was coming out the sock.
Yeah, I'd rather it out the sock.
I've definitely smoked some ball weed. We've all smoked some ball weed.
I definitely have too.
There was one time that we had got the bud and we was in the fucking bathroom with a bowling alley rolling up and there was like a little curly hair in the weed and I was just like, oh no. I feel like the only thing worse than finding weed in fucking hair in your weed is like
Bugs.
losing weed.
Nah, oh word. Oh my God.
I've never found bugs in weed. I've never found
Can
bugs.
we talk about losing weed real quick?
Nah.
The most amount of weed I've ever lost was 2 ounces. And I literally got off the bus and left it on the bus seat in a bag. And then I watched the bus go away and I was just like, and it was like, it wasn't even like, that was my weed. It was my personal weed.
Right, to
It was just
smoke.
like, fuck. And it was like, this was when sour was real popping in the Heights. Because I used to work in the Heights. This one, it was like real sour. And I'll never forget, I got off the bus. I got off the M101 on 125th and Lexington. So I was going to get some roll-ups and then walk my happy ass down to 117. And I left all my weed on the bus. And I was like, yo, at least I hope that, somebody that needed that shit found it. Imagine how happy they were. Because I found weed a couple of times. That wasn't my own weed because I don't count that. Like when I go in a pocket of a jacket or a hoodie I haven't worn or I find some shit behind the bed, you're like, oh, but that don't count because it's mine.
Right.
I just misplaced it, so I knew it was there. If that makes any sense.
Right.
So it's just like I found like a dub one time. I walked out to go do the laundry outside my apartment when I was living in Brooklyn, and I found the dub just sitting in the hallway. I was like, word, fuck it, I'm smoking it to the bag. And then one time in the store, I found like an 8. But it was just like, It wasn't anything to make me really be happy about it. But imagine how happy that person was to find 2 ounces, and I'm over there crying
I
about
would
it.
say the best time of me ever finding weed was I used to live on 192nd and Wadsworth on the dark side, and
Step into that side.
yeah, I was renting a room in Jackie's house, and I went to do laundry. The laundry.
I'm
was like,
sorry, but that just sounds like a fucking movie title. I was renting a room in Jackie's house.
Yeah, she was mad cool though. Jackie and her 2 kids. Her little daughter annoyed the fuck out of me, but
That's the book title, Jackie and her 2 kids.
Jackie and her 2 kids. Yeah, I have fun living there. But I was doing laundry, and I went to put my shit in the laundry and in the dryer, and I looked in the dryer and I was kind of confused. I was like, am I bugging, or do I see what I think I see? And certainly, I found like $700 and like 1.5 ounces, and I was like, damn.
Am I bugging?
Right.
Do I see what I certainly think I do? Can we just?
Right,
I'm gonna go over here.
Shut up. Delete pro.
I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go over there.
She typed.
Oh, the weed fell out.
Oh.
That's all right. That's all right. You know what? I feel like we should be with mine.
Right. Oh.
Mine's
Why?
a little heavy. I was like, but you know what's gonna fix that?
Yeah, she gonna cut it.
I'm a bird that shit, and look at that. Ain't no more than dick. I just honeyfied that dick.
You just honeyfied it.
That bud.
Wait, my shit open. No wonder the weed. Freaking you didn't let me finish.
Bitch, you have a quarter of a leaf. It's not even a half of a leaf.
Well, you know.
Yo, just for anybody that DMs me and tries to sell me weed or buy anything from me, have a fucking referral. Have somebody to verify where you from, because then you're telling me, oh, I follow so and so, but we don't have no mutual followers. That means that you're just a creep and you're going through my friends list and you're looking at people to mention randomly that I won't necessarily remember. So have a referral. Or just like prove you real and cash at me ahead of time. Because that works too. But it'd be crazy. Like,
yo,
somebody hit me up and they was like, what'd you get your pounds for?
Excuse
I'm
me.
like, what?
I'm sorry.
And then they were like, how much for a quarter? And I'm like, a quarter what? And they're like, a quarter oh. So I'm like, how the fuck you go from pounds to 7 grams? First of all, let's take a step back. Who the fuck?
Who are you? Who sent you? Right. Who are you? Who sent you? Have a great day, sir.
Yo, but before I forget, guys, before we talk about these blunts that we just rolled again, because I'm high as fuck. I already know I'm high. I mean, I'm just high. We gotta do a strain review and shit. So,
right. Oh yeah.
The mystery strain was strawberry mochi. Some of you probably haven't heard about that, but you know, that's tippy top. That's tippy top shelf. That's like soulful on the top shelf that you just like, oh, how you get up there? You need a ladder, like one of them library ladders that you just swing around the dispensary and shit. You got to put onto the top.
I like those.
That's one of those. So it wasn't on Leafly, right?
Right.
And I couldn't find it anywhere else. Oh, but I found the mochi. And it's a fruity gelato tropical, right? The effects are focus, happy, sleep / sedation.
Oh shit.
Okay, yeah. And it is 50-50 sativa indica, so it's like right down the middle hybrid, which is interesting, right? To have such a sleepy sedative effect, right? Because that's definitely one of the things that I agree with. It definitely, I didn't have the focus, but I definitely had the happy and I had the sedation. And it was just like one of those that's like 24 hours ago. Strawberry made me sedated. Like, bro, I was like, I smoked the shit and like I was up, but I was just like, oh, I have become a part of the couch. Like that drug awareness, that Dare commercial, that bitch that like she looked like she got heat pressed into the couch. That was me, and I was just like, oh, wow. And that's how I found out about the seed vault.
That explains a lot. I mean, I see also we have some interesting stuff on the table.
Besides, me too.
Your new weed strand that she likes, strawberry mochi. Find it at your near call Wilma.
Find it at your. I hope people find it because I want more and it's gone.
Oh, shit.
Yo, like this is it's another one of those strains. Like I said last week about that one, it's another one of those strains you just want to fucking admire it. You want to look at it. I'm gonna repost the video for y'all. Make sure y'all follow Wilma'S podcast, WILMASPOTCast, the podcast. all about weed.
Right.
But we got one of our interns, our lovely volunteer intern, who's gonna try. He's gonna try an edible on the air. Come and get it. Come and get it, Eric.
Come get that edible, Eric.
Eric has been challenging me, so on Saturday we are going to force feed him.
Right. We are going.
I
to
might
force-
give him more than 1,000 milligrams.
We don't know.
Eric, are you camera shy? Because he was just like, give me that shit.
He's like, I gotta go.
I gotta run the light.
Oh, I'm sorry. He has
Oh,
to go.
yeah,
I
he's,
don't know. Listen,
you know,
sorry.
he's
Eric
doing
said,
his job.
no,
He's
bitch,
doing
I'm
his
doing my job. Fucking talking about. Leave me alone, bro. I gotta do what I gotta do.
I'm just here to get you high.
Eat the whole thing.
But I'm-
Eat the whole thing.
Eat the whole
How does
thing.
it
What are you
taste?
talking about?
Let it go. Just
It's
want to make
good?
sure.
Wait, Morgan, can we hear you say that over here? Can we hear you say that?
Come on, Eric.
Come on,
Come
Eric.
on,
Don't be
Eric.
shy. We don't bite.
That's
The
what you
edibles
say.
do.
You
The
bite better.
flavors that it presents are immaculate.
I love the way you said that. The flavors
And he's
that
not
you
just
present-
saying that because it's free.
No, he's not. Because he's here.
They were freshly made. He's
What's
eating
in
the
the
crunch
jar?
berries, right?
What's in the jar? No, Chloe, don't.
Guys,
What's in the jar?
hey guys, anybody that's listening, any active
I'm
listeners.
gonna pray real
I don't
quick.
know what strain of shrooms this is because
No.
Tony just randomly was at my house and popped out of her bag. It was like, I have an ounce of shrooms. And I was like, oh shit, I love you.
Why?
That's lit. So we got, there's a lot of little pieces in here. We got a few caps that are like, you could tell like they're pieces of caps or whole caps. We got a lot of like little stringy pieces here. I don't know what strain this is, but we have dabbled in this and the banister was spinning. So
Right.
that was interesting. So we're gonna eat some shrooms on air and we're totally not even gonna know how much we eat because we don't have a scale.
And that's some real fucking shit.
So this is like, fuck it, hold out your hand. We go old school with this shit.
Oh, damn. I'm gonna
Just hold out your hand.
Oh, okay.
Look, you see, you got some stems.
Some
She's got some stems. She's got some caps. That's lit. I took too much.
What's new?
Here you go. I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but don't take drug dosages from me except for edibles. Edibles would be good because if you don't have a tolerance, I'll let you know like what to do and what not to do. Oh, she's chewing away. All right, guys. So mushrooms kind of like remind me of like plain as sunflower seeds. Like no salt, no nothing, no fucking cheese or barbecue or pickle flavor, just raw as unsalted sunflower seeds.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
can you hear the crunch?
Can you hear it? Wait, hold on. Let me.
Cause I don't have nothing in my cup. So we figured, he gave me a thumbs up for the edible. How do y'all knew that shit was good? Cause I taste all of them. I have to. I won't sell anything that I wouldn't eat. So I like to provide fresh, quality products for you guys. And my regulars, y'all know who you are. I'm gonna hook
Right.
y'all up.
I
I'll
love
have you.
I love
This
it.
tastes like shit.
All the way. Like, yo, it's
I need
so
some juice. Can I get some Google, please?
I got you. Coño, Jesús Santo Dios mío, Madre de Dios, ¿por qué no sabe tan malo?
Yeah, this deserves the coñazo.
Right, this deserves the coñazo
Ay,
and
diablo.
the coño.
How do you say mushroom in Spanish?
Hongos.
Hongos. Ay, diablo, que hongos.
Right. Diablo, qué hongos. I mean, listen, just refill me too, bitch, because damn.
¿Qué tú estás haciendo con los hongos?
Comiéndomelo, no me importa
Yo,
nada.
I don't know why every time I try to speak Spanish, I sound like Rosita from Sesame Street.
Oh my God. Yo, you know what's crazy? I've told you.
Here goes nothing. Y'all see this?
Do it. She said gobble, gobble, gobble.
That was really hard.
Well, you gotta eat it. I didn't eat it.
I hope that
apple
honey
juice?
was softening.
Did I put apple
I
juice?
don't know, but I don't care because this is bad.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh,
Are you
right.
eating it dry?
What?
Eat it dry?
They're dry as shit. It's not even about being dry. It's just like they taste like shit.
Mm.
Like,
I love
my
mushrooms, guys. I love
Me
these.
too.
Don't be deterred by my face if you haven't tried them and you want to try them. It's just these specifically are not, I thought we kept them for too long.
Yeah.
But they were good. They were good highs.
I like shroom cakes.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me just-
All I can say is that sometimes when I do certain shit with Carly, I be like, what am I doing with this Blanca? And then I be like, oh, let's go. I'm just gonna
You know what? Sometimes when I drink with her, I feel the same exact way. I'm like, what am I doing with this crazy fucking Dominican?
But you know why? Because you love me and I love you.
Word, that ass though. But just give me a second, guys.
It's just that Carly's a lightweight. Woman's a lightweight when it comes to alcohol, and I'm a lightweight when it comes to eating these shrooms. Not her though.
I feel like I'm not a fucking lightweight when it comes to liquor anymore.
Oh, thanks to me?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I'll take credit.
That was just intense because I put them all in because I want to keep talking. We don't know what I'm saying. We don't know dead air. I just want to keep you entertained.
Right. Oh,
but I guess you're gonna see on the next show. Oh, look at this one. It looks like a nipple. We should share that. Can I get it out? Can we get this mushroom cap out? It looks like a fucking nipple. Look at shit.
She just made me choke.
This nipple needs some medicine.
Oh, damn.
That's crazy.
Oh my God. Oh, let me not talk about nipples.
Yo, so I had this crazy conversation yesterday with a like-minded individual, a lovely woman by the name of Z. She's a vendor as well, and we were just having a funny conversation. You know, it was up smoking, talking shit, and she was like, "It would be so lit to date a gynecologist because they know the full and complete anatomy of a woman. They would know where everything is at." And like, as much as I agree with that, I had to be like, you know, me being me, I had to be like, but what if he just stayed real literal with it? And he was just like, yeah, baby, you want me to slap you on your vulva?
No.
You like when I lick your labia minora? My menorah. Now we're Jewish.
Now we're Jewish. We're
now we're
celebrating
fucking Hanukkah. Menorah, all right? Y'all know what I'm saying. But that as I'm like, I feel like, you know, it would have its pros and cons, like everything else. Like, all right, yeah, they know the anatomy and stuff.
You know
but what if he just kept it mad like textbook? He was like, I'm going to put my penis into your vagina. Spread your labia majoras. Like,
I mean,
that would be a turtle. I'd have to be like, listen, like, you better go outside. You better pep talk yourself. Come back in here. Forget everything you fucking learned in medical school. And fuck that pussy.
Right.
Because it's not a vagina, bitch. In the bedroom, it's a pussy. I don't want to hear this shit. And then it's like, it was obviously a man.
I don't think I want to date a gynecologist because you just imagine, like, any little thing he's like, well, honey, I think you've been eating a little bit too much dippy this week. I think you should cut back. Like, nigga, shut the fuck up. Mind your
Maybe you should cut back on the bread and the carbs.
Right.
It's really
like,
little yeasty.
Right. Like, no. Like, I don't want to date a guy, though. Like, he'd be too much.
I told your mom to stop making those tortillas. Fuck out of here. Nah, but I mean, you know, it definitely would have its pros and cons like everything else. But I just feel like it would be too literal. It would be too technical. Like, do you like my testes? Do you want to lick my testes?
I don't think so. I think that they would be more freaks because they're looking at vaginas all day.
But you don't think like, all right, if you worked in food service or retail, and the last thing you want to do is like go home and fold clothes or cook dinner. So you think like after looking at pussies all day, you want to come home?
No, that's not true. That is so not true.
I tried to break it evenly. I'm gonna give you another piece.
Oh, it's a little mushroom cup that look like a nipple.
She didn't even think twice about it. It's like, I'm gonna put this mushroom titty in my mouth.
Right. Another country.
Oh my God. Wilma'S podcast, guys. Where we talk about weed and everything else.
All I can say
everything
is,
in between.
Shit. Fuck.
I don't want to. It's stuck in my tooth.
That's what happened.
Does anybody have floss or tooth?
I have floss in my back.
All right, save the fucking day.
Yeah, I mean, you know, my bag has.
I'm gonna swallow it like it's a pill.
Oh shit. Okay, fuck it.
Has anybody ever seen Big Mouth?
I do. I love Big Mouth. It's one of my favorite.
I unintentionally sometimes sound like Lola.
Oh shit.
Dead ass. Just right now, I was like, I'm just gonna put it in my mouth.
Yeah, Lola. Yo, she.
Oh my God, Andrew, I don't look like your dad.
I feel bad for Lola. She's like, her mom is never around. She's always looking for money for food. Like, she's always looking for love.
But your mom doesn't get up late night until Tuesday because it's cheaper. Like this is what I do at home. Everybody out there who's a fan of Wilma, this is what I do all day. I talk to myself in different
That's
voices.
healthy.
I read that it's not. Speaking of like the last time where I was like, I read that you should read a lot.
Right.
I read that it's not. I read that like speaking in different voices is actually like a sign of mental illness, and I was like, well, you know,
it runs in my
not
family.
to toot my own horn, but
it runs in my family. It's okay.
I was like, fuck it. If that's the only thing that I'm gonna do, like, oh yeah.
You know, I love.
Well, you did not come to me and tell me how old am I because I don't tell you who you are.
Right. I love when I freak people out though when I talk in a different language. They're like, what? And I'm like, sorry, sir.
So I can't speak any languages fluently. I understand Spanish. I can't speak it. I know a few things in Russian, a few phrases in Russian. I don't know any of my own ethnicity's languages except for English. And I saw a post that fucked my head the other day, and it was like, why do people in Britain speak English, the American language? And I'm like, are you fucking stupid? Like, I'm not even that high to be like, why are they speaking it? They're from fucking England. That's where English comes from, bitch.
Right,
Like,
the proper English. I went to school in DR. I've told you that 1,000 times. And when they teach you English in DR, it's like England English. It's like proper English. And I remember I got in trouble so fucking much. Like, I wish the teacher would have just been like, listen, you American child, you speak your language. We're learning proper English here. I would correct him every other word.
We speak American.
Because I speak American.
you know, I feel like we had one of the moments where we realized just how greedy Americans are at City Island. When our bread came and we were like
That was
harassing the
hilarious.
waiters for more
More
because
bread.
we ate all of ours.
Oh,
And there was a
so
lovely
delicious.
couple to like the right of our table, and they were just enjoying it. And like
Yeah.
they had their food and everything, and the bread was still there. And their drinks were still there, and like mine was gone, and I was just lit. Like, I don't even want the shrimp, yo. Bring me the Henny. But shout out to the waiter for letting me know
Word.
that a shot of Henny
Was
cost the
$60.
same as the Henny Colada. So just fucking go for the drink.
Yeah, go for the drink. I mean,
Shout out to City Island. Sometimes.
we had a good time in Sammy's box or whatever.
We had a good time in Sammy's box.
I mean, you
Because
know,
I like Pandora's box.
it is. It's like Pandora's. I mean, I feel like nowadays us
I left
girls-
with my cup. So shout out to Sammy's.
Yeah.
I walked out
we
without
can't
a
be shy.
mask.
We can't
and
be
my
shy
cup.
about eating our breads and
I
our
love,
cheeses
yo,
and that pepper was fucking amazing.
my personal opinion is the bread to cheese ratio is just not big.
No, it's not. No, it's
You
not.
give me a
You're
bread
not
this big, I'm gonna eat a
Yes,
cheese this big.
Right, bro. Like,
Don't
what the
bring me
fuck?
a little motherfucking triangle of a fucking.
And then we gotta fight for it and shit, like slice small
Yeah,
slices.
like we're like ciphering a fucking bread loaf
Right.
of cheese at this point because it's just like we want to be respectful of each other, like
We shared that bread lovely though. We
That
did. We did.
down to like the littlest piece, and it was
Right.
still like, oh, we can cut it.
Here's how. I love you. I love you too. It was a great date. We had a
And
great
then
date.
he didn't even want to bring us more bread. Like the
No.
dude that told me he was bringing it, and it was
So
like,
he just ignored
oye,
us.
vato,
Tráeme
¿dónde
el
está
fucking
ese
pan,
pan?
por favor.
Yo necesito pan.
No, and they were like, mira, gringa. No te
No
voy a
tengo
dar más pan.
chavo. No tengo chavo.
He didn't care about your child.
Dame pan. Dame más pan.
Then they brought us the bread with no cheese, no nothing.
Yeah, and then he just brought us the bread and was like, oh, you know, I tried to get it, but I'm like, yo, I know damn well that there's a whole fucking, and then the shit wasn't even on a cutting board either. It was just a
No.
little plastic
It's a little
shit. So
plastic.
man,
I know. It was horrible. It
I
was
made my
alright,
own
though.
bib that day.
You sure did. You
They didn't
sure
want to
did.
give me a lobster bib because we ordered lobster and crabs and shit, but it's like, fuck out of
Fuck
here.
outta
We was
here,
drinking.
right? We were drinking and we were making a mess of ourselves. Like, we got our lives together.
I left so much crumbs on that asphalt. Cause I'm the type that I can't go out to eat and like not clean up the table. So we did their job and
Yeah,
they
we
got tipped.
Yeah, yep, we sure did.
And that's why he brought us the bread.
That's why he did. Yeah, he was
And
like,
he was like, oh nah, these big bitches ain't gonna allow right
nah,
now.
they ain't gonna fuck me up with some bread.
They
Because
gonna fuck.
we were ready. We were dead ready to beat him up over that bread. Like, that bread was just everything. That
I just want to go to
Semolina.
City Island and get bread and Henny Coladas.
Right.
I don't even need the shrimp.
Fuck the shrimp.
Fuck your fried chicken. I just
Right.
want, just give me the bread. I just want the bread.
Right, because the bread was delicious.
That ass though. Anybody that's been to City Island, like, you know,
I love
what
bread.
is it on the end on the left, Tony's or whatever?
Or
Johnny's.
Right.
You know, they cool and all, but you know, just spend the extra fucking $30. Spend the extra $30 fucking dollars. Skip that last $8 that you're gonna go buy unless you're buying it from me.
Right,
Spend the extra $30 and get you some fucking good shit.
right.
Great
Fucking bullshit.
atmosphere. They only got
Fucking
dead
bullshit.
palm trees. Like, what else could you
Right,
want?
right.
I was like, oh, this is nice. Yo, I wanted to go on vacation.
Right, we know about a whole other island, like, ooh, Sammy's Island heard you.
And then we're waiting until the heat and things like, oh,
Right.
they need to put the palm trees under the heat. 'cause
Right, because they dying. They suffering.
That's a lot of money.
Right.
and palm stack.
Right. For nothing. For it to go to waste, because they look sane.
Yo, but for real though, I feel like at this point, Hennessy should be sponsoring us. Shout out to Hennessy.
Shout out to Hennessy.
It's our drink of choice every day, all day.
Right. Like
Every fucking
Hennessy,
Tuesday,
call us.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Call
possible
us,
Sunday.
honey.
You know, Mondays are the sober days. Sometimes. Sometimes. You ever feel like you just never sober? Like sometimes I wake up and I'm like, you don't even need to smoke because you're not sober, you're still high.
Yeah, when I hang out with you. When I hang out with
You heard it here, guys. You heard it here. You heard it here. All those subscribers, YouTubers, listeners, fucking fellow podcasters.
She fucks my life over. She fucks me up to where the next day I'm like,
she can't blame me for that.
no, I mean, wait, hold on. Let me take that back real quick. Retract. I meant that in a good way. Like when I hang out with her, the next day I'm like, Sarah,
did I need that amount of once?
did I need to smoke that much? Did I need to eat that much? Did I need to do all those things that me and her did? Yeah, fuck it, we did.
Cause I just take
memory.
the go big or go home and apply that to everything. But I'm literally always home, so it's like fuck it. Go extra big. Go fucking gigantic. Go colossal, bitch. So yeah.
I must say though, like that's one thing I can say. I love the fact when as far as friends that we can hang out, get fucked up together, and not really necessarily have to go anywhere and do anything.
Me and Tony be in my crib, high and drunk as fuck, fucking hanging paint holders, hanging shows,
right? Singing, dancing,
doing karaoke.
Yeah,
we be bugging out, yo. Trouble, I know all of y'all done played Trouble. If you haven't played it, yo, remember Sorry?
Yeah.
Was Trouble the same as Sorry or
kind of? No, it's kind of.
It has the bubble too, or just the
no,
dice?
It doesn't have a bubble.
Die?
It just has the dice.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No bubble in Sorry. That's why I don't like Sorry. I like the bubble.
Yeah, I like to pop.
I like to pop it too.
I'm like,
yeah, I like to peeky too. Me too.
Yo, shout out to S.STREET Media. Like, share, subscribe. Like all the fucking videos. There's a lot on there, but like them all. Check out all the shows.
Follow me.
You know what I'm talking about?
_inside_and_out. Sorry, guys. I'm just
Wilma'S Potcast, WILMASPOTCAST. Shout out to Williamsburg Kid. Shout out to 1718 Collective. Now I'm talking about, make sure y'all check us out at Budokan this Saturday. Budokan, he didn't even rename the shit. But I'm going to just call it Budokan 2.0. Or Budokan Reloaded. Check us out. Me and Mathematics are going to be hosting. You're not going to want to miss it.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
Free giveaways all night. 5 lucky winners went home last week with edibles for free.
Hello.
For fucking free, guys. Check us out. We're going to get Eric extra stoned.
Right. So check out the video.
I might just give him 2,000 milligrams. Right. I might just go home and make a special batch just for fucking Eric.
You need to give
I'm
me
gonna force
address
feed him a fucking teaspoonful of butter.
And the code to your phone so that I could just Uber you a cab to your house because Wilma's trying to really.
We'll see how you do throughout the night. We'll make sure that you're coherent. We'll make sure you get home safe. Don't worry. We take care of ours over here. That's Street Media. We a family.
No one.
No man left behind. Especially not Eric.
Now we like the intern. He's cool.
Shout out to Eric and his battery park hat. He got a battery park tie-dye hat. I want that shit.
We're
gonna make a trade after the show. Yo, I just watching the most random
his face though right now was priceless. I wish we could have shown his face because he was just like, what? I'm sorry, what? My hat? What's wrong with my hat?
Eric did such a great review in such few words. Like he might just be the fucking edible critic now.
Right. He's our
you know what I mean? He'll be my guinea pig. Where you at,
That's where
Eric?
I work.
We know you in New York City.
That's where I work.
Oh, that's where you work.
Oh.
Cool.
See, I'm just thinking that he works here.
No, he got big.
Shout out to Eric.
He frying shit up. He works for the city. Talk about it.
Fish don't fry.
Oh, the steak. My bad.
Oh.
It corrected my
Well,
ass.
then that
He said,
shit.
no, bitch, the steak.
That shit should have
I got
said.
good benefits.
That shit should have said Battery Park State Authority in that city.
It says
It says city.
city or it says
New York State. What? What's that
Of
say?
opportunity.
Huh?
It's New York State of Opportunity.
New York State of Opportunity, but the Battery Park City Department. So
Battery Park. There's a lot of.
Eric got them benefits. Like, Eric, are you single? Eric
How
is
old are you,
single,
Eric?
ladies.
How old are you, Eric? Like 22, 23?
He's
What
28.
a fucking baby.
He's
I'm
28.
19.
Yeah, he's
What?
19.
I'm 19.
You're 18?
19.
19. Eric is 19 and he works for this fucking city, state, all the departments, ladies.
So you girls are
Check Eric
interested.
out.
Eric, what are your
He's an
criteria?
aspiring intern and he does fucking great things on that computer
My
screen.
ambitions are to carve pumpkins.
What?
My ambitions are to carve pumpkins.
His ambitions are to carve pumpkins. I know a lot of y'all spooky bitches can get down with that.
I mean,
We love pumpkin carving and
guess
shit.
we
Are you
gotta-
good at it?
Yes.
Are you just fucking with me? You really carving pumpkins or you just fucking oh he's really carving pumpkins. I'm gonna hit you up for Halloween, Eric.
Word.
I want
Can you carve me?
I want a Fred Flintstone smoking a joint on a pumpkin. Shout out to Flintstone NYC. Make sure that y'all stay tuned for that stash and dash happening on 420. There's a total of $420 worth of products in the fucking stash and dash bag. And he did the fucking marshmallow man thing fucking on a pumpkin, Eric. Shout out to Eric.
Awesome.
Eric the intern.
Eric, you're gonna do my fucking. If you don't do
We're gonna have a whole Halloween
My
event.
pumpkin?
We're gonna do a pumpkin carving
Thank you.
competition. And Eric already won for
right,
that one.
he's gonna do it for us.
That's who that was, right? That's his. What's his name? It's the Michelin Man.
Stay Puft Marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
And Ghostbusters.
Oh, I thought it was the Michelin Man. I was right the first time. I should have just went with my instinct. Something strange in the neighborhood. Who are you gonna call? Pumpkin Carver. He's the man with a little knife. Carving out squash all night.
Oh shit, Eric, you kind of sound
So-
like you spicy over there. I don't know, Eric.
We got the calabasa.
I made him feel the fuck out. You never know.
Oh, nah, Eric didn't like that.
Eric didn't like
Oh,
that.
he's with the shits.
He said he's down with the shit.
He's with the shits. We're just gonna have to get Eric to come on here one day.
Right, and just fuck with him a little something.
We fuck with him enough, but not enough.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
definitely
Now,
gotta
we
see that
don't fuck
too.
with him enough. We need to fuck with him some more.
Some more.
Some more.
But yo, make sure y'all check out 20 Inside and Out every Thursday.
Yeah, I'm next.
Approximately 7:30 to 9:30.
Depending
Depending when we start and when we get here, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we
Right.
be doing shit. We be
Right.
doing shit.
But we here. But
we
we
do
here.
this.
The
We
point is
love
that
to
we
do this.
here. We love what we doing. And that's all that matters. And y'all already know. If y'all got any weed crazy stories or anything y'all want to talk about weed, hit Wilma up.
I want to
'cause she
hear about
with
it all. I want to hear about them. I'm too high for this. I'm not high enough for this moments. I want to hear about your first time smoking. I want to hear about all that shit. I want to hear about what you like to eat, what you like to listen to, what you like to do when you smoke, because it varies from person to person.
How the fuck?
A lot of people fail to realize this. Like, edibles are gonna hit you different.
Oh, God.
It depends on your
You know what?
metabolism. It depends on your
Right.
tolerance. It depends on a lot of things. Give it a full 2 hours. And if you feel like you don't get high from edibles, I'm accepting the challenge, and I'm going to get you Flintstone.
She gets me Flintstones all the time, and she can tell you that I have dragon lungs. I have lungs of steel. Like, y'all don't even understand.
This bitch put me to shame, and I'm moving fucking Flintstone.
Hello, talk about
Wilma!
it.
Shout out to S.STREET Media. Make sure you check out that YouTube. We're on YouTube Live! YouTube
Subscribe.
Live!
Okay.
I'm still like, this is still resonating in my brain. Like, I feel like such a fucking like boomer right now because I'm like, yo, live? No fucking way. That's
I'm like a
crazy.
caveman too, don't worry.
Right? I'm like, yo, it's 2021. I'll still be thinking it's 2020. Like, bitch, I'm still in 2018. So.
Well, I'm redoing 2020. I'm redoing 2020. Like, my age is not changing from 2020, so don't expect it. Fuck.
It's all right, guys. I'm
going to the
25
DMV.
plus 5 this year. I've officially decided that I'm gonna be 27 forever. 'Cause
I
that was a
like
good
that.
year for me, so
I
I'm
like
gonna be 27 forever. So this is 27 plus 3 this year. So stay on the lookout for the videos this summer coming of that slip and slide with baby oil and my wife.
Okay.
It's gonna be a party. I feel like every day is a fucking party.
I got this.
And that's it, guys. Until next Thursday, or at least until I make an appearance on the next episode.
You already know.
20 years signing out, Wilma'S Podcast. Shout out to S.STREET. Shout out to the 1718 Collective. Make sure y'all check us out this Saturday. Budokan.
It's gonna
Budokan
be lit.
Reloaded. Mathematics and Wilma Flintstone hosting. Until next Thursday, guys. Stay stoned. Who wants to